What's up, everyone? We are live at 5. It's Wednesday. Used to be known as Matinee Day, May 13th. I'm Paul Wontorek.
I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're joined, as always, by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
I love how you always part us. I'd always like right in the middle.
Hello.
Hey, Beth.
Yes.
I smell a star of the year. Who's backstage?
The nicest mean girl you'll ever meet, Erika Henningsen, is with us today.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Oh, wait, I put that graphic up. There she is.
There you go.
Her name. She's fantastic, and she's actually doing a lot. She's keeping busy and doing a lot of good, and we're going to talk about all of that. But first, let's talk about today's news.
We are starting today's news with something just so happy and exciting.
That's right. We've had a lot of bummer news, but this one is worth it. It's good. It's all good. Broadway's Nick Cordero, who has been fighting for his life with COVID-19, woke up last night, according to his wife, Amanda Klutz. Yeah. And of course, Nick is a Tony nominee and a dad of 10-month-old Elvis, and he's in LA. And he was in a medically induced coma as he was fighting this disease. He's a young guy too, a fit guy. I mean, this took all of Broadway, all of our emotions. And we've all been singing his song, Live Your Life, every day with the hashtag Wake Up Nick. The whole community has really rallied together to support this family. And now he's up. Amanda said that he has come a long way. He's very weak, but he's in there. And that's really good news for their family and for all of the Broadway community.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. And this pretty young thing isn't going to be coming until next season.
I don't know if she's talking about Ephraim Sykes or if she's talking about MJ, but MJ, that's the Michael Jackson musical. It's supposed to start this summer. Obviously, it's not starting this summer because they just announced Broadway is shut down through September. So now we have new production dates. So MJ will start now on March 8th, 2021, opening night set for April 15th. That's really the news. It still features a book by Lynn Nottage and have all of the great Michael Jackson songs in it. Christopher Wheeldon is directing and choreographing, and the fantastic Tony-nominated Ephraim Sykes is playing MJ. So we're just gonna wait till next year, and it's gonna be good. There's gonna be this is gonna be a really interesting show. I'm really excited to see how they work all those songs into. Christopher Wheeldon's a super creative guy. So anyway, take the extra time, and it's gonna be a big hit next year.
You ought to know that I'm going to be tuning in to this live stream event.
Yeah, this is a good one. Alanis Morissette is teaming up with the stars of Broadway's Jagged Little Pill for a benefit concert live stream. It's May 19th at 8 o'clock Eastern. It's called You Live, You Learn, A Night with Alanis Morissette and Jagged Little Pill, and it supports the COVID-19 emergency relief efforts of the Actors Fund. So there's going to be some live stuff in there. So the creative team will be present. There will be some performances, but you get to hang out with all the cool people in Jagged Little Pill and Alanis herself.
Sure.
Yeah.
And this starry, starry night is going to benefit one of our favorite summer staples.
Now, our favorite summer staple is not Glenn Close, although she is a person we really love. But that was Glenn Close, and she will be. So the Public Theater is having a big gala called We Are One Public. We knew this before, but now we've got a lot of really fancy names attached to this. Jesse Tyler Ferguson will be hosting. He has done Shakespeare in the Park, right, Beth?
Yes, he has.
He's a very versatile performer. This is all happening June 1st at 8 o'clock on the Public's YouTube and Facebook and website. But these are some of the other names. There are many, so I'm just going to sort of fly through it. Glenn Close, Antonio Banderas, David Hyde Pierce, Anne Hathaway, Laura Benanti, Danielle Brooks, Jen Colella, Elvis Costello, Claire Danes, Oscar Isaac, Nikki M. James, John Leguizamo, Audra McDonald, Will Swenson, Philippa Sue, Shayna Taub, and Trudy Styler and Sting. Anyway, it's going to be fantastic. Wow. Kenny Leon is directing, Ted Sperling's musical director, and it's just going to be their gala, and it's going to be online, and everybody loves the Public, so that's why they've all signed up.
It's like we're all invited.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yes, and this play may not be getting its West End debut this summer, but we will get an all-star reading.
That's right. So Rupert Everett, who was supposed to star on Broadway in the spring and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, opposite Laurie Metcalf, that production is off. They've canceled it. So now he is going to star in a reading of this new play called Rush. And this is a queer play that has to do with, let me just find exactly what it has to do with, a triangular relationship. I'm in. Sounds interesting. This will happen. Oh, they don't have a date yet, do they? I'm sorry. I'm reading this for the first time. It was originally scheduled to be in the West End in June, and now it's getting an all-star reading. That's what we know so far. We will let you know, but he will be doing this with Amari Douglas and Daniel Boyd. Good stuff.
Cool. So that's the news.
Yeah.
We actually had some news today. That's good. Some days we're just stretching, but that was good. We have news, and we have a really exciting guest. So, Caitlin, why don't you tell everyone who's here?
Gladly. Yes, you guys, we have Erika Henningsen here as our guest for Live at 5 Home Edition, live on both Facebook and YouTube. You guys know her. She's one of our former vloggers, a star of the year for when she was Katie Heron and Mean Girls, of course, and she's going to be back in the upcoming Flying Over Sunset that is set to come back. Don't you guys worry. We're going to be able to see it. But today, she's here to talk all about her awesome fundraiser and partnership with She's the First. She's going to be helping fundraise money for their COVID-19 response fund, which supports community-based organizations working closely with girls affected by the coronavirus pandemic. I love She's the First. It's an incredible organization. I can't wait to hear all about it. You guys can follow Erika on social at Erika Henningsen or on Twitter at EL Henningsen, and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Erika and Paul.
Hello, Erika. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You did have a lot of news today. I was impressed.
I what? Oh yeah. There's a lot going on. Yeah. Things are happening.
There's a lot going on. The world goes round.
And there's a lot going on with you as well. Let's talk about She's the First. Since it's first, we have to put her first, of course. Let's talk about this little fundraiser you're doing, and let's talk about She's the First as an organization. Tell everyone about it. I learned a lot about it just because of your involvement with it. Sort of set it up for people.
Totally. I started working with She's the First, I think last October. And the reason I'm always looking for things that are female-centric and female empowerment based. And the nonprofit is, I think there's so many great organizations in the world, and I think there's a lot of philanthropic endeavors that we can all get behind. But the reason I love them is that they kind of do a two-pronged approach where they're essentially providing immediate relief, but then they're also ensuring that they're setting up girls for the longevity of their success, their careers, their education. And for example, they have this massive coronavirus relief package that they're doing, and half of it is going to immediate relief, like health, hygiene, resources, water, technology, menstruation kits. But then also, I was talking to some of the people who run it yesterday. They were talking about how when Ebola hit West Africa, all the progress that had been done in those communities for women to escape poverty, to escape abuse, to escape teenage pregnancy, it was totally undone by that crisis. So the risk of that happening again right now is really, really high. Yeah. So anybody who's donating right now to She's the First, a lot of that money is going to immediate relief, but then the rest is going to ensure that the steps that they've taken with the community-based organizations that they work with is not totally decimated, and that these girls, their education isn't set back, their leadership in their communities isn't set back. And I love that they do both of that at the same time.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I was reading on their website, it's a lot of sort of ripple effect things, like because of the pandemic, schools close, and then girls end up in bad situations. They end up in marriages and abusive situations. It's sort of like, it's really interesting when you sort of think about it that way.
Yeah, it really is. It's a butterfly effect. I just think, you can give these young women access to resources and food and water and the health and hygiene they need. But then if they are dropping out of school, if they have to, there are cases of women not just reporting abuse, but being sold off into the sex trade because they need to make money. It just is a ripple effect that could snowball to undo everything, all the progress that's been made so far in these communities.
Now we're going to put this URL here.
Look at this.
Because people go to that site and donate and help Erika's cause, and you can read more about the organization, and you're fundraising through tomorrow, right? It's like a what's
yes,
there's a concert involved, there's singing involved. Tell me what's happening.
There's so much involved. Can you hear Kyle talking in the next room? I feel like he's really loud. Are we good? We're good. Okay.
Whose voice is that? Is that Kyle Seelig? Do I recognize the voice?
And I literally told myself,
actually, you go ahead. What?
You go.
No. I was gonna say you've been in quarantine with this guy, right? And this is actually this is a photo of you guys in quarantine, right? Isn't that that's
exactly what we look like in quarantine.
That's basically you've been living in this purple. That's you in quarantine. Yeah. It's not that. It's much more. It's just like casual, spending good time together. How's it been? How's it been with them?
It's been good. There's a lot more sweatpants involved than are in that photo. I mean, I will say, we were talking about the concert. He has been setting up. Obviously, if people donate to this She's the First campaign, as sort of a thank you, I'm doing like a very casual mini concert in our living room. So we have been, I'm taking you with me.
I see a good microphone. I see a good microphone set up.
Yeah, we're like trying to just do, people Zoom, and I mean, I'm thinking about the Sondheim concert, which was so beautiful and so well done. And we've just been dealing with tech stuff, trying to figure out how can we make a live performance as audibly pleasing as possible. Yeah. So like there's more wires in my apartment than there have ever been, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Cool. Awesome. And good lighting. Make sure it's not, like lighting. Yeah. It's all about lighting and
circle light, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, just think about the lighting. Just think about it. Just do a test. So when is this concert actually happening?
So the link to donate is open until tomorrow at noon, and then the concert is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom, and then people who donated will get a link to come watch it. And it'll be like, it's truly going to be as casual and just a thank you for the people who got involved and the people who donated and the people who care about this organization. But it'll be here at 7 p.m. on Friday night.
I love it. An exclusive. Yeah. So you have to donate and then see the concert. That's amazing.
Yes. And you can't share. I understand. I'm sure people like share Zoom links for these things, but I'm going to try and figure out.
No, we're going to police all of it. We're going to.
I'm going to give you the login info and you can just cross-reference with the donation sheet and be like, nope.
It's going to be a multi-layered security system. Just say that. You're not going to be able to
so silly. Like, honestly, if anybody wants to come, and I'm like, even if you get the link, just throw $3. Like anything helps.
Fantastic.
So much for these young women, for the organization, for anything right now. I feel like we're all being asked where we can give to give, and I feel like every little bit is so helpful for a lot of people in different communities.
So when Broadway shut down, you were involved in this. I love this logo. Now, the people in this drawing are all on drugs, correct?
100%. Yes.
There's a drug theme. There's a drug theme here. LSD. How was it going? How was the show going? And where were you up to? Were you like you were in previews? No.
We did our first preview for the audience of Lincoln Center theater staff. Okay. So the first preview audience woke up on Friday, I think it was March 13th or March 14th, anticipating that they were going to see the first production of Flying Over Sunset, the first performance ever. And then mid-afternoon, I believe, we were in tech. Andre came and pretty much just said, we have to shut down, but we want to film this preview tonight for the staff of Lincoln Center, because we had all been around one another at that point anyway. And so we filmed it and we did the show for an audience of 25 people. We took a bow at the end, and it was just that weird thing where, I know we will all be back. I know Broadway will be back. I know Flying Over Sunset will be back.
Yeah.
But there was, I think, a weird feeling inside that we all had of this might be like the last time people see this show.
Wow.
And I think now, we're seeing not the tunnel feels like it's getting longer and longer, but it feels like there's going to be light. But we had no idea what was going on at the time.
Yeah. But there is a commitment to bringing the show back by Lincoln Center, which is fantastic. Gives you a little bit of security.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky. I mean, I was so excited to work at Lincoln Center because I heard about the heated toilet seats, but now after that I was like, oh, this is the greatest place. They just took such good care of us.
Yeah.
Before this even happened. And then as it was happening, the communication, and then afterwards, their commitment to taking care of us and to ensuring that the show gets seen at some point is so lucky, because I think other shows may not have that support system just because Lincoln is, an amazing nonprofit.
If you could send me that video of Flying Over Sunset, I'd like to watch it. I want to see that show. Oh, I can wait. I'll send it
to you. Do I have it? I'm sure they kept it in their archival places. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is literally a trip. I cannot even. I feel like when you all came for press day, I think I was talking to Caitlin. Caitlin was like, well, how do you describe the show?
Okay.
And I literally looked at her. I was like, I need some time because I don't want to sell. I don't want to mislead you, but I also don't want to keep you here for 3 minutes explaining the complexities and intricacies of this bizarre trippy show that I think people will love. I hope they love.
I'm into it. I like musicals that are off a little bit and a little dark and a little interesting and layered, and I'm into it.
You're into it. Did you like what was that show, Lady in the Dark, where she has appointments with the psychologist, or is that On a Clear Day? Which one am I thinking of?
What show?
Lady in the Dark? Is it Lady in the Dark?
Oh, the classic musical Lady in the Dark.
Yeah.
Encore's dead. Yeah. I mean, it's not my top 10, but I mean, I appreciate, especially when you see musicals like that came out of that time period, and you're like, wow, that's crazy that somebody was thinking beyond what was being the mainstream entertainment at the time. So 100%.
Yeah, that part.
Speaking of mainstream entertainment, remember this one? That was good. That was Mean Girls. That's a show. Kyle Seaver's in that show, right? I mean, that's a thing. I actually love. Can I show you this picture? I love this picture because that's opening night. And I love that. That's such a I'm on Broadway face, right?
That is
so
exactly what that photo is.
Yeah.
I look like I'm trying to I look like a seal. I look like I'm trying to catch fish at the zoo. I think Emilio took that photo.
Yeah.
It's a Broadway.com photographer, and I remember that photo came out, and I was just like, cool. That's one of the photos that fully captured what I was feeling on the inside, on the outside.
Yeah, let's look at it again. I love it.
And my hair is I must have still been running because my hair is it's fully flying.
Yeah, it's probably not a photo that's in the wig designer's portfolio, but it works really well for a great action shot. Do you realize that you will be haunted by Mean Girls fans for the rest of your life, correct? I mean, it's one of those credits that the fan base will be always there and always. I mean, that's insane.
It is insane, and I'm kind of realizing it. Where I started to realize it, when I got messages from 15-year-old girls who kind of wrote to me, and they're like, we're so excited to come see Flying Over Sunset. And I felt the need to say, okay, it maybe isn't appropriate for you or your families, and then I just thought, well, you know what? It'll be something different that they've never seen before. But that was that first time where I thought, oh, people who know me from Mean Girls, if I go on to do anything else, it will be bizarre for them to watch, because I don't know if I'll ever get to do anything like Mean Girls again. That was such a singular experience.
Yeah. Well, I like to think of shows like that almost as gateway drugs to Broadway. When I was a kid, Annie was my gateway drug. And then now I'm an adult who loves the Wild Party. You know what I mean? So it's it's great. They love Mean Girls, and then they come in and they get into the experience of seeing shows, and then they'll like Flying Over Sunset and get to see, and you'll be a gateway drug. You're going to be a gateway drug to Sondheim and other
Gateway drug. I'm like the little bit of marijuana you tried when you were like a freshman in college before everything went crazy. Wait, Annie was your gateway drug? That makes me
that was the one. That was like the first. Yeah.
What was my gateway drug?
What was your first, like when you were a kid? Like what was the show that really like?
Well, I remember seeing 42nd Street, which isn't that so funny? Because 40, like those types, I love that musical, but I wouldn't say it's my top 10. But I guess because that's the most Broadway of Broadway shows.
Broadway. It's not just Broadway, it's Broadway.
Broadway, exactly. I think that was
yeah.
Broadway. Truly.
Broadway. Do you want to be in like a real classic Broadway show? Do you want to do one of those?
Oh, 100%. But I can't tap dance. And that seems to be a thing required of me.
Well, what are you doing all day? You got room in that living room.
Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, so our choreographers for Flying Over Sunset are incredible tap dancers. So I was told I had to come in for a tap dance call for this musical. So Kyle is actually a pretty good tap dancer. We learned all my time steps in 1 hour. I had like 1 hour to go.
Wow.
And I'd show up there and I was like, all right, I can't do much, but I can do like all my time steps. I'm ready to go. I did not know that Michelle Dorrance is more like a percussive mover. Like she is really natural. So no time steps are required. But I asked before I left, I was like, please, I need to show you these. I learned it specifically for this audition. And I got to do my time steps at Lincoln Center. It was fun.
Well, you know, the whole point of quarantine is to learn new things and to, you know, Shireen Pimentel from West Side Story was here last week and she like learns a new thing every week. She listed all the things she's learned. So you and I are very far behind.
Wow. What was on her list?
What did she learn?
Yeah.
I'm bringing in Caitlin. Caitlin, what did Shireen learn in quarantine? There was a lot.
Shireen said she's learning how to make jam. She is learning the piano, painting. She painted her denim jacket.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And like songwriting casually. And then she's trying to start her own thrift store.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was amazing.
What have you done?
I know. I was like, and she's graduating from Juilliard.
You're money for a good cause, and you're doing it, and it's gonna have good sound.
We got it here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it.
Now that I have Caitlin here, let's talk about some fan questions.
Yes. So the first thing a lot of people are asking, Erika, is can people still donate after your concert? Will your link live? Can they still donate even if they're not going to see your concert, or how does that work?
Why do they want to wait?
Wait. I know. I'm like, I feel like we created the incentive so that people would donate to see the concert.
No, donate now. You can't. Let's just say you can't. You can to the organization, but just donate now.
Donate now. You can donate to She's the First whenever. I know for them, what they are really hoping people will do is commit to a monthly donation of even like $3 or $5 because that allows them to make plans. This is sort of like the two-factor approach of like, if they get monthly donations, they can make plans for the long term, not just what can we do this month. So humans who are watching, if for whatever reason you do not want to watch this concert whatsoever and want to please, by all means, sign up for a monthly donation to She's the First, which you can just do. /Erika will go away and you can donate on their website.
I think what you're saying is they should donate now as a monthly person. Gives every month. Then they're doing both.
Yes. But if you would rather die than watch me sing a couple songs in my living room, then
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that kind of goes into our next question. Amiga on YouTube wants to know if they can know anything about your living room concert, like a set list. Can they know anything? Is it all?
What are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear?
What are you gonna wear? I'm gonna ask actually for that pink suit and that lighting and that weird padded room. Yeah, that.
That's a sneak peek of your concert.
Honestly, I don't know if I fit into that anymore. I have been cooking a lot. So that's what I've learned. sneak peek into the concert. Okay, I guess what I can say is there's gonna be some throwback songs from what I made my Broadway debut in Les Mis, or a song. And then I'm going to do a sneaky Mean Girls, like one fan Mean Girls throwaway for them, because I know I feel this is how I feel when we were talking about. I feel like I can't not sing a Mean Girls song right now.
No.
But it's, yeah.
No, you might have to do that when you're like 70 years old too. Like in a gown, we're gonna sing "I'm Still Here" and a Mean Girls song.
I'm gonna sing "I Still Here" and "It Roars." Thank you. I wonder who is somebody like that it's followed them for so long. Gosh, I'm curious to see. I'm gonna think of this person, where I'm like, I bet she has to sing that all the time now. Well, I just did something with Alana Levine, and I mentioned a Charlie Brown thing. She's gone on to do 1,000 things since then. Right. She was like, no, that show will never die. Like, does Kristen Chenoweth still have to sing My New Philosophy? I don't know. I
literally just watched the Chenoweth Tony performance last night, and she pops in for that. She's in that number.
She popped in at
the end. Yeah.
She's popped.
She popped in. What else, Caitlin? You look very like you're deep in thought reading these questions.
I am so deep in thought. It's because there's so many questions. Oh no. Okay, so Taylor Duda on YouTube wants to know, what age did you start doing theater, and who was your like first inspiration?
Oh, okay. Inspo is a 3-way tie between Kelly, Carrie, and Sutton. Like those 3 were the like the tie. And I think I started, I liked doing it when I was like 9 years old, but I don't think I really started doing it professionally until I was maybe 14. But even then it was just, at my community theater.
What was that?
Annie McArdle.
Oh, McArdle. Yeah.
Annie, forever.
Annie, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Your gateway drug.
Yeah. Have you met any of these icons and idols?
Well, obviously Carrie, when we got to work together. And that was just really fun because I feel like she is one of those meet your idol people that it doesn't disappoint.
Right.
And then you just realize she's like such a kooky, fun, quirky person. Not scary at all. I think I've met Kelly because I went to go see Ashley in King and I. And then Stephanie, my 2 of my best friends have both worked with her, Stephanie in Kiss Me Kate and Ashley in King and I, but never, in like those passing dressing room things where they're trying to leave. And I never want to make people stay longer at the theater than they need to.
Right. One more.
I'm so close to it. Yeah. Okay. So I literally am just like scrolling through all of the questions really close.
I have a seat there, so I'm kind of like.
I don't have my readers on, so I'm like, hello. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Actress Nut Lulu, sure, on YouTube wants to know, what is Erika listening to during quarantine? Either music or podcasts, or what's going on?
What am I listening to? I feel like the podcast that I always go back and listen to is Off Camera with Sam Jones. You guys listen to that one? Well, it's you know what's funny is I feel like, Paul, you would love, he kind of reminds me of you because he is
down.
Well, I honestly don't, this is so weird because I actually never connected it, but he is kind of like a Renaissance man. He was like a photographer and a writer and a producer, and then also has this podcast show. Okay. So he does everything. He knows, everybody in the business in various art forms. And he talks to them not when they're like on a press junket tour, but when he's like one of the people that you can sit down in his studio and just have a conversation with. And it's not like, tell me about, that show.
Right. They're not promoting that one project, but like, yeah.
Which is why I like listening to him, because I feel like most of the information that we get about some of these like A-list actors who I admire, it's always when they're on their press junket tour. Yeah. And he kind of talks about all the things that happened before that. So, I would highly recommend people listen to him.
I'm
And
gonna.
maybe I hope you'll listen to him and you'll be like, oh, I appreciate that, as opposed to like, I'm offended that she thought I was this
I'll
guy.
let you know. You'll know. I'll let you know.
You will know.
I'm like, really, that guy, really, that. We're out of time. I see. Beth has a big fan of yours with her daughter Libby.
Oh,
Wait, I got the bulletin board, Erica.
Stop it. I am.
You made the bulletin board, yeah.
An honor to be on the bulletin board. Am I like, what kind of placement are we talking about?
Top right.
Top right.
That's good. That's good. Isn't that on the New York Magazine chart? Isn't that highbrow and top right? Top right is
yes. That's the quadrant you want to do it.
My side's right. That's the pinnacle up there. That's it. Top right.
Well, so based on my square right now, Caitlin's are highbrow, high art.
That's true.
I'm low on both.
Yeah. I stopped doing great over there. Thank you for joining us. It's so good to see you. Everyone, donate to Beth. You need to point. CheeseTheFirst.org/Erika with a K.
Yeah.
Awesome concert.
Yeah.
VIP concert with a real microphone and maybe a ring light and maybe that dress, a suit, that pink suit.
I think I'm gonna have like an inner ear mic. I'm gonna be like Britney Spears, circa 2004. Get ready for it.
Anyway,
amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming in, Libby. It's good to see you. How's school going? Good?
Yeah.
You still in school? All right, good. It's all happening. Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another fun episode of Live at 5 Home Edition. You guys can follow us wherever we get your podcasts by searching for #Live@5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when we talk to Claiborne Elder all about company.